respected HOD of Canara College, Professor Rachel Ma'am, Coordinator Srimati Anushya Bhagwat, other professors and my beloved students of Canara College. Good morning to all of you. Have you seen our business tonic program in Namakudla? How many of you have seen? Good. You are all commerce students, huh? Yes. Correct? See, I have completed only 153 episodes in business tonic. I am giving tonic to business community. Anything, it is like an encyclopedia for business community. If you go through in YouTube, not now, after some time when you go home you see, okay? If you go through the YouTube, all the 152 episodes have been uploaded. Tomorrow's episode is 153rd episode, that is budget analysis by 3 expert trios of Karnataka state. CA Ullas Kamath, you must be aware, he was the joint managing director of Jyoti Labs and chairman of FICCI Karnataka State Council. Then CA K. Gururaj Acharya, he is also guru for many chartered accountants, conducting lot of webinars and seminars, disseminating his expertise with all the chartered accountants. Then we have CA D.B. Mehta, he is also economic expert. Of course, I am the anchor tomorrow. If you have free time, you can just watch the budget program, and any doubt, live call you can do and you can get it clarified. That is the beauty of our program. If viewers ask any call, any doubt, immediately it will be resolved by experts. I am very proud that in our 152 episodes, even single call of viewers is not unanswered. To the satisfaction of theirs, we have answered all the doubts. Why I am insisting you to see this program? Because you say anything in business. If you talk about GST, there are 10 episodes on GST. If you talk about income tax, more than 10-15 episodes on income tax. If you talk about TDS, if you talk about TCS, if you talk about weights and measures, new wage code, of course it is not yet introduced. That also before introduction we have done. RARA, Real Estate Regulation Act. Then even in between some what we can Adhyatmika also, just to celebrate that particular occasions. That also we have done. So if you see that, forget about become, you can supersede the knowledge of PhD holders. Okay? So that much depth is there. That depth is not given by me, by more than 200 resource persons across the globe, including global economy and Indian economy also we have discussed. So better if you see that, definitely you will be much, what you can say, that your knowledge will still enhance. Okay, you can pose lot of questions to your professors in the classroom also. How many of you are asking questions to your professors in classroom? It is really questionable, correct, no? So, if you don't ask questions in the classroom means either you are not attentive in the class, or teachers, they are not inspiring you to ask questions. Only 2 options. Madam, you should inspire students to ask questions. More and more questions, you will get lot of interactions, deliberations, and you will get in-depth knowledge. In this budget session also, 15 minutes I will just set aside for question and answers. Any questions relating to budget or relating to business, you can ask. If I know, I will answer. If I don't, I will tell you later. Okay, don't worry. I am not Sarvajna. I am just practicing chartered accountant. Little bit budget analysis I am doing only for the last 25 years consecutively. And in this hall itself, more than 10-15 budget speeches I have given. Of course, on 12th of this Feb, if you are free, you can join also. We are conducting a budget session in our ICAI Mahindra Arcade Hall in Karangalpadi itself, Mangalore Productivity Council and the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Any public can also join. With this brief note, I would like to start budget speech. Okay. Today I am wearing which color shirt?
Green.
Can you relate it to our budget?
Yes.
Green energy, very good. Renewable energy. Green bonds they are going to issue. You know about what is that green bond? What is renewable energy? What is renewable energy? Okay, I will come back when we will go step by step. So before starting of this budget session, I would like to have small preamble. In 1924, when Britishers were ruling, the first railway budget was presented. 1924. Since then, until 2017, every year, central government used to present two budgets prior to the budget day, that is first day economic survey, second day railway budget, third day general budget. That was the practice. And earlier they used to present the budget at 5 o'clock in the evening. Now at 11 o'clock in the morning. Can you relate why it is 5 o'clock in the evening? Earlier they used to present. Can anybody say why it was in the evening? All work we do in the morning, why evening? Because earlier when Britishers were there, the London timing is 11 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock evening for us is 11 o'clock in the morning for them. But that system has been done away. And one more thing, since 2017, both the budgets have been merged now. Railway budget and general budget is merged. Our late Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, he started the merged budget in the year 2017. After 2017, for the last 4 consecutive budgets, our Finance Minister, Lady Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is presenting the budget. One more thing is, budget they used to present at the flag end of the February or first week of March. But since 2014, budget is being presented on 1st February. See, it is like Independence Day is on 15th August, Republic Day is on 26th Jan. Now you can boldly say February 1st is budget day. What is February 14th? That you remember. So this also you can remember. February 1st is the budget day. This can be also called Valentine Day. We should love our India. We should be patriotic. And only patriotic country is always first. Since the budget, you have seen in almost all the newspaper, TVs and all ruling party people, they welcome the budget. It is excellent budget. So far, such a budget we have not seen. Correct? Opposition people, it is a hopeless budget. ಉಪ್ಪು ಖಾರ ಹುಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲದ ಬಜೆಟ್. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೋಪ್ಲೆಸ್ ಬಜೆಟ್. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ 39,54 ಕೋಟಿ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಯ್ತು? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಹುಡುಮ. See, this is the comments by various politicians. Somebody told in Mangalore Productivity Council itself, our Ramarao President. Since we are confused, opposition people say this budget is hopeless. Ruling party people say this budget is very good. Then we want one person who can be the umpire and say real analysis of the budget. That's why every year they call me as an umpire. I am not belonging to ruling party. I am not belonging to opposition party. I will make SWOT analysis also. What are the strengths, what are the weaknesses? Both the points I will. Because in last I had, now this is the 8th show I am doing in budget now since February 1st. So show in the sense presentation, TV show, radio, FM, All India Radio, all these things. Okay, even the Vijay News, all these people, they continuously interview me. I am very proud that I belong to the category that I am very patriotic rather than expert. Okay. So one small note I will start before I start today's budget speech. First is one small quote. February 1ರಂದು ಎಲ್ಲರ ಚಿತ್ತ ಬಜೆಟ್ ನತ್ತ. ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿ 1ರಂದು ಎಲ್ಲರ ಚಿತ್ತ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಬಜೆಟ್ ನತ್ತ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಚಿತ್ತ ನಿರ್ಮಲಾರ ವಿತ್ತದತ್ತ. ಇರಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಚಿತ್ತ ನಿರ್ಮಲಾರ ವಿತ್ತದತ್ತ. ನೋಡಿ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ, ಯಾರು ನೋಡಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನೋಡಿ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶ ಸಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಯತ್ತ. ನೋಡಿ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶ ಸಾಗುತ್ತಲಿದೆ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಯತ್ತ. ವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಎಂಬುದು ಸಂವಿಧಾನದತ್ತ. ವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನುವುದು ಸಂವಿಧಾನ ದತ್ತ. ಹಿಡಿಯಲಿಲ್ಲ ಈ ಬಜೆಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಸ ತೆರಿಗೆ ಎಂಬ ಬೆತ್ತ. ನಿರ್ಮಲ ಹಿಡಿಯಲಿಲ್ಲ ಈ ತೆರಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಸ ತೆರಿಗೆ ಎಂಬ ಬೆತ್ತ. ಆದರೂ ದಾಪು ಕಾಲಿಡುತ್ತದೆ ಆರ್ಥಿಕತೆ, ಭಾರತದ ಆರ್ಥಿಕತೆ ಆತ್ಮನಿರ್ಭರದತ್ತ. ಆದರೂ ದಾಪು ಕಾಲಿಡುತ್ತಿದೆ ಭಾರತದ ಆರ್ಥಿಕತೆ ಆತ್ಮನಿರ್ಭರದತ್ತ. Okay. You didn't like that? Then after my this signal only you clapped. It's okay, no problem. You thought it is still there. Chutukku means it will not be long. Chutukku means it should be always in short. Long enough to cover the subject, short enough to raise curiosity. That is called chutukku. Okay. So, economic survey. What is economic survey? See, before knowing about the budget, we should know what is economic survey. Economic survey is nothing but progress report card. Midterm exam ಆಗ್ತದೆ, preparatory exam ಆಗ್ತದೆ. You know now the colleges and schools and all, they give progress report. ಮನೆಯವರ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಹಾಕಿ ತಂದಿ ಅಂತ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೆಲವರೆಲ್ಲ ಎಡಗೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಕೂಡ ಸೈನ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Okay. So it is like a progress report card. In last budget, whatever announcements have been made, whatever amount was budgeted amount was to be spent, that amount, whether it is spent or not, and how it is spent, that is for 9 months, 9 to 10 months, the remaining period automatically the same track will be there. So when you come from Udupi to Mangalore, if you come to Surathkal, okay, definitely you will reach Mangalore. That is the assumption. On that basis, this economic survey is being conducted. In spite of all these pandemic situation, India growth projection for the last year, that means during current fiscal year, that is 21-22 is 9.2%. Opposition people tell it is gimmick. But it is not certified by our government, it is certified by IMF, International Monetary Fund. 9.2% That is the real GDP growth. You know what is real GDP and nominal GDP? Before starting budget session, I think all words, meaning, all these things, one session you have to keep. Then we have to keep this. Then it will be very easy. Otherwise, they will just mug up or by heart. Okay. Real GDP and nominal GDP. Real GDP plus whatever inflation rate, that is the nominal GDP. Okay. So, if you deduct inflation from nominal GDP, whatever, that is the real GDP means real growth. Okay. And next year, the 22-23, they are projecting 8 to 8.5%. You may be surprised, then it is negative growth. No, it is not negative growth. This 9.2% because earlier year it was minus 7.5. Okay. Now 8 to 8.5%. That is also conservative estimates. Say they want to give only realistic estimates or conservative estimates, and growth projection based on the oil price projection also. Now you are aware what is the price of the crude oil now per barrel? 90 rupees. Correct? Correct now? How much pizza costs now? That everybody knowing because they said now and now. So crude oil price is 90 rupees per barrel now. It may go up also. If there is Ukraine and Russia some problem, it may still go up. Because in our imports, the maximum outgoing of foreign exchange is towards import of oil. So, but for the purpose of next year's projection, they have taken 75 per barrel. Because oil price last year, during COVID time, it was as low as 20 rupees per barrel also. So the same situation may not prevail. So now they have taken at 75 rupees per barrel. In spite of all other sectors not showing much progress in earlier years. Of course, last year there is a progress, earlier years. Only one sector which was showing a growth, that was agriculture sector. So this year 3.9% growth, and next year they have projected 3.6% growth. So like this economic survey, it reflects the state of the economy, the state of the economy or the present status of the economy, where we stand. That is called economic survey. So I don't want to cover much, then entire session will go for economic survey. Of course, you must be aware about the size of the budget. What is the size of the budget this year? Can anyone tell? Are you not reading newspapers? The size of the budget this year is 39.54 crores. 39.54 lakh crores. Okay. 39.54 lakh crores. That is the proposed budget expenditure for the year financial year 22-23. That is announced in this budget. What was the total budget size of the last year? That is 21-22. So it was originally 34.83 lakh crores, that has been revised to 37.70 crores. They can revise number based on the situation. So that means in spite of pandemic situation also, government has not undertaken less expenditure. Every year there is an increase. For example, 2017-18 it was 21.47. 2018-19 it is 24.42. 2019-20 27.86. 2021 30.42. 21-22 original 34.83, whereas revised it is 37.70 lakh crores. Now the question will arise, in this budget lot of long-term benefit oriented announcements have been done. Correct? Long-term oriented, but not short-term. Why? Many people say, ಈ ಬಜೆಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಾರೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಡಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. Then your 80-day Mediclaim, they could have raised the ceiling, they have not done. So, ceiling, that income tax rates slab, that is not increased. Limit is not enhanced. Nothing has been done, people say. But one thing we should appreciate is, whatever they have done during the last budget, that they have continued. So, one thing we should appreciate, in spite of all these odds, government has not levied even single additional tax, except uncovered areas, some taxes are there which was not covered earlier. Okay, that I will come. So what are the highlights of the budget 22-23? Highlights. See, there are 4 focus points in budget. One is Gati Shakti. What is this Gati Shakti? If you go to YouTube, on 13th October 2021, PM has announced 100 lakh crore master plan. How much? 100 lakh crore. Is it possible to achieve? That is the question. By 24-25, it is really mind-blowing figure. So that was announced in Independence Day speech only, 15th August. But they made it materialize on 13th October. 16 ministries, they come together to implement the Gati Shakti project. It is huge spending in infrastructure. Okay, master plan. As a part of this master plan, in this budget, maximum outlay is earmarked for Gati Shakti. Okay, Gati Shakti is a combination of all these roadways, railways, waterways, airways, and all these other areas, they come together for the purpose of infrastructure development. See, the main problem, I can give a very small example. In front of Canara College, now road digging is going on. Since how many months? Since few months. Okay. Still it is over? No. They will finish and make one drainage. After that, another department will come. Suppose they want to put some cable line or communication. Again they will dig. Then pipeline, gas project or water pipeline. Again they will come and dig. To avoid this, all the departments, they come together, they plan properly. What is the next master plan? As per the master plan, all these department coordination will be there. Then based on that, any project will be undertaken. So that there is no again and again wastage of what they have done and again remaking. So that is the intention of this master plan of Gati Shakti. Next is inclusive development. See, inclusive development, India is a second largest populated country in the world. 143 crore plus population is there. So, ಬಡವರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಮಧ್ಯಮ ವರ್ಗ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, middle class, upper middle class, rich class, upper rich class, then super rich class. Okay, why I want to say that super rich means that surcharge is also like that. Okay, super rich surcharge also there. So, it is an inclusive development. So, all the people they have taken into, including farmers. See that 2.7 lakh crore direct payment of minimum support price for wheat and paddy that they have announced, that is for farmers. Then branding of millet. Millet means Siridhamnya, you know, Siridhamnya, it is very good for health. So they are branding now. Then they are increasing domestic oil seeds to reduce imports. Now the problem is oil price, not only our crude oil but also edible oil prices are also increasing. Okay, to avoid that they are encouraging oil seeds production in India. Okay, next 25,000 kilometers of national highway. 25,000 kilometers of national highway. In 1 year they are proposing. Presently, how many kilometers they are laying national highway? Presently they are laying every day 40 kilometers of national highway. Every day. Now they want to escalate to 25,000 kilometers per annum divided by 365 is around 68 kilometers of highway per day they are going to lay. Then 8th national ropeway on PPP model for hill stations of around 600 kilometers. So that is also planned. Ropeway. You have seen any ropeway? Many places you have seen, no? Ropeway. It will attract tourists also. Ropeway and all. Okay. Then use of Kisan drones from land records and agricultural support activity. Drone. So we are going to modernize agricultural or farming. Use of drone for spray of fertilizers and various land records and other purposes. Then 100 new cargo terminals will be set up in next 3 years. 100 new cargo terminal. What is this cargo terminal? See what happens, you know, suppose in Mangalore railway station, goods will come. From there again you have to load in one, then you will go to another bus stand. Then again, to avoid all these things, cargo terminal means all linkage will be there in one place. See, after China, because of China's problem, entire world lost trust on China. China, as on today, also largest manufacturing hub across the globe. But we want to encash that mistrust with China and we want to grab the opportunity by making India as largest manufacturing hub. For this, all these facilities, infrastructure arrangements are required. So moreover, then next is inclusive development, then increase in productivity. See the problem in our industries, problem in our agriculture, any sector you take, productivity boosting is required. Unless you increase the productivity, cost factor will be matter of concern. You cannot compete in exports with other countries. When you enhance the productivity, the cost will come down. When the cost will come down, you can compete with your competitors. Correct? That should be the benefit of this. Then financial investment. See, finance is the lifeline for any economy. Unless you don't provide proper financial system, any economy cannot grow. Of course, Indian banking system, they are providing robust money supply for all the sectors, including MSMEs and others. Even this emergency credit line guarantee scheme by government. You are aware, no? During COVID times, they announced 5 mini budgets. In 5 mini budgets, the size was 20 lakh crore. What was the size of the mini budgets? 20 lakh crore. Out of that, 3 lakh crore was exclusively earmarked for MSMEs. 3 lakh crore was exclusively earmarked for MSMEs. It doesn't mean that government is giving money 3 lakh crore through banks. See, ultimately so much of amount will be available. Okay, many people they used to ask whether government is giving, no, bank is giving, then why the government has to announce? See, ultimately who is the controller for banks? Who is the controller of banks? RBI. Who is the controller for RBI? For all, controller is one. Government is controlling all. Of course, it is a independent body, but still there is a control is there, RBI. Okay. Now, this year, capital expenditure, CA.S.S, this budget is called CA.S.S budget, growth oriented budget, and this budget, they have earmarked 7.5 lakh crore in next 1 year for CA.S.S. Earlier, budgeted figure was 5.54 lakhs, 35.4% increase in the outlay. 35.4%. So what is CA.S.S and what is revenue expenditure? Can you distinguish? What is CA.S.S? CA.S means investment in capital expenditure. Whenever government makes any investment in capital expenditure means infrastructure and other, that is assets. Assets will generate income over a period of time. So, whenever any expenditure is made in any budget on CA.S.S, inflation will not increase because there is a generation of asset. Through asset generation of income will be there. Revenue expenditure, can you give what is the popular revenue expenditure? Subsidy. If you give any subsidy, if you spend for your day-to-day expense or anything, it will not generate any long-term benefits, income. It will be spent. Then more money in the hands of the people. Same goods and services. Same goods and services produced will be chased by more money. What happens? Inflation will increase. Okay. Now what is the inflation rate now? Can anybody say? No. It is around 5.56 retail inflation latest, and your wholesale inflation is around 14%. Okay. So retail inflation is only 5.56, but that is also matter of concern across the globe. The main matter of concern is inflation, including USA. For the last 25 to 30 years, they are worst hit by the high inflation now. When there is high inflation, definitely central banks, they will try to increase the rate of interest. When they increase the rate of interest, definitely banks will also increase the rate of interest. So to check inflation, these are all measures they undertake. Now shortly, within a week's time, our Reserve Bank of India will also come out with monetary policy. You know the monetary policy of Reserve Bank of India? You are all commerce students now.
These all are pursuing CA.S.S.
CA?
office.
Very unfortunate. Why you are not answering any of my questions then? These are all I am asking only current affairs. I am not asking anything from moon. What is there in the moon? What is there in the sun and all. I am asking very simple questions, and these are all the very basic things we are supposed to know. What's happening in our country, that you should know. Instead of that, just reading Uppi Khara, Huli Illada budget, Idu Bhala Uttama budget, like that are all no substance, no strength in that statements. Okay? Should know all these in depth. Okay. Then 400 new Vande Bharat trains to be introduced in next 3 years. So Vande Bharat trains, you know what is Vande Bharat train? Then you have to go to full in YouTube and all this information is available. I don't want to explain again. So Once they introduce that, definitely the connectivity will also increase, tourism will also boost. All these things that travel time also can be reduced. The speed of the train is also enhanced in that Vande Bharat train. All modern facilities will be there in the train. All these will be there. Then I already told about national highways. Then 100 cargo terminals I have told. Then agriculture thing I have already told. Then ECLGS, that scheme. What is that ECLGS scheme? That is emergency guarantee, emergency credit line guarantee scheme. NCGTL, that is National Credit Guarantee Trust Limited. They are going to guarantee the loans. For MSMEs, they have announced, as I already told, many packages. This ECLGS, in this 20% in first part of the outstanding loan amount, they have given as an additional loan without any collateral, where government has guaranteed all these loans. Then hospitality sector, they have announced further 20% because hospitality sector or the worst hit. Hospitality means travel, tourism, hotels, all these tourist cars, all those sectors. They are worst hit. For them, whatever additional 20% they have given as a soft loan at lower rate of interest with soft terms. And others, 20% plus additional 10%, that 30% they have announced. This facility was not available by all. So they have extended the tenure from 31st March 2022 to 31st March 2023. One more year they have extended, and additional 5,000 crores has been earmarked for that. 50,000 crores has been earmarked for that. Totally 5 lakh crores has been earmarked for emergency credit guarantee scheme. Okay. Then PM Vidya scheme. I think these all of you are aware. That is 200 new TV channels to provide supplementary education for class 1 to class 12. That is PM Vidya scheme. Each class one separate channel. So that is also good one, but how they are going to implement we will see. Then new digital university will be set up for students. Now everything is digital. This budget we can call as digital budget also. Okay. So next, 2 lakh Anganwadis to be upgraded. Saksham Anganwadis. See, in almost all rural areas and semi-urban areas, these Anganwadis, they play vital role. Of course, in city and all, LKG, UKG, babysitting, all those things will be there. But in rural areas, semi-urban areas and all, these Anganwadis, they play vital role. Right from childhood, maybe 3 to 4 years from that, if they provide all the good facilities for children, definitely their IQ level will also increase. So their standard of living will also increase. All these benefits have been extended. Okay. Under PM Awas Yojana, so the government's aim is to give housing for all. Poor of the poorest person in India, you should have one house. For that, 80 lakhs new houses have been announced in this budget, both in rural as well as urban area. Then separate initiative has been taken for development of northeast states. We call it as 7 sisters, correct no? Northeast states, 7 sisters. So for that, development of infrastructure as well as social development projects, they have earmarked separate initiative for northeastern states. One more thing is, all post offices, 1.5 lakhs post offices, they are going to make core banking system. Like banking, you can post office also do the banking except giving loans. Okay. So all banking system, RTGS, NEFT, opening of the account, all these things will be there in all post offices. And 75 digital banking units in 75 districts they have announced by scheduled commercial banks. Okay. One good thing is that increase in productivity ratio. First is, normally digitization, if you once you introduce, productivity will increase. E-passports. How many of you have passports now? You don't have any passport, huh? Tomorrow itself online, you register now, no agent, nothing is required. Within 3-4 days that call will come, you can go. It's a very small amount. We should appreciate. Within 10 days you will get, 10 to 15 days you will get passport. See, PAN card, how many of you have PAN card? And some people they don't have, no? How many of you have Aadhaar card? Almost all the people. You don't have Aadhaar card, huh? No Aadhaar card? Okay. So Aadhaar card, PAN card you have. So you can also apply for passport. Who knows? Any opportunity may come. Okay. So don't miss opportunity. Suddenly there will be a call. You are selected for so and so competition in New Jersey. Immediately you have to start. Then what you will do? You will apply for passport. Huh? So you should have passport. See, now they are introducing e-passport using embedded chips. Then this duplication of passport, frauds, all these things can be eliminated. Then one more good thing now is they are making digital land record across the nation. That is excellent move. That will be in 8 languages they are going to make. Okay. I am covering only bullet points, otherwise it will, the budget will take, how much time is there? Up to 11 o'clock I will take, then question and answer. Now, electric vehicles, all of you are aware, how many of you have electric scooter? Electric car or electric scooter? The main problem is, the main component in electric scooter or car is battery. So they are introducing battery swapping policy. That means from here to Bangalore we want to go by car. Hasa now the full battery, chali. Then puna charging it will take hours together, time waste. So your battery you can give, then charge your battery, they will replace. Immediately you can do. Like your stepney tire, immediately you put one tire and so that is a good thing, but how come it will be practical, we have to see. Then 5G spectrum to be auctioned in 2022. Even every nook and corner of our nation, each and every village, it will be covered with 5G internet facility. Now you have some problem, now whenever you want urgent something to access, it is not opening, so you will be very impatient. Correct, no? So 5G, once you introduce 5G, so even nook and corner of each and every village in our country, they will get internet, proper connection with the speed. Okay. Then BharatNet optical fiber project to be completed by 2025. See, these are all connected. Optical fiber net, internet, all these things. In defense, the beauty in defense is, earlier we used to import most of the defense equipments from abroad. Then our foreign exchange outgoing was more. So now they have made a rule now. 68% of the capital procurement for defense will be domestically manufactured industries. From there they are going to procure. That is Make in India initiative. It is a part of the Make in India initiative. Then one beautiful scheme where there is spur in the growth is PLI scheme. What is this PLI scheme? Are you aware about what is PLI scheme? Production linked incentive scheme. What is this project? Production linked incentive scheme. In 14 core sectors they have identified for increasing the production. See, electronic goods, mobile and electronic gadgets. In 2014, maximum we used to import. Now, more than 10 to 15 times production volume has been increased now. So that is the beauty. See, if you give PLI scheme, the increase in capacity utilization and increase in the volume of production and sales, on that they are going to give incentive from 4 to 6%. So then they may think, ಇದು ಶ್ರೀಮಂತರ ಪರ, ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯವರ ಪರ, ಅಂಬಾನಿ ಮೋದಿಯವರ ಪರ ಸರ್ಕಾರ. See, what happens is, once you give incentive for these large industries for enhancing the productivity and production, automatically peripheral sectors there will be growth. There will be employment generation. 60 lakh additional employment generation is envisaged because of this PLI scheme. Then other MSMEs also, they will also, ancillary sector also will grow. So 19,500 crores under PLI scheme for production of high-end solar module alone. So that is, I told, green initiative. Okay. Solar energy, because coal energy, what are the drawbacks? You are all aware because of pollution and other things. Here, solar energy, wind energy, that is called renewable energy. They are giving more boost for renewable energy. For that green initiative, for that green bonds also they are going to float. So next, financial investment, that is already covered now. Now, in summary, capital expenditure has already been increased from 5.454 lakhs to 7.5 crores. Then effective expenditure, that is 10.68 lakhs crores, that is 4.1% of GDP. That is also we should note. Then in January 2022, highest record of GST, that is 1,40,986 crores. Even income tax collection is also highest this year, both corporate and non-corporate income tax collection. Already more, it has crossed more than 10 lakh crores, higher than the budgeted estimates. That's why they have not put any additional taxes. Income tax rates are not being changed. No change in the income tax rates. Whatever old rates will continue. Then one by one we will take. Number one, no change in income tax. Quickly I will cover. No change in income tax slab for 22-23. Same old regime and new regime. Those who want to take under new regime at without deductions and exemptions, straight away you can go for new regimes, or old regime with the deductions, whatever the ATC, ATB, all these things, housing loan interest, all these things. Okay. Then tax relief to persons with disabilities. That many people are not covered under this, but whatever it may be, they have announced. Then provision to file. This is one good initiative. See, the problem earlier, problem now is current year income tax return filing was 31st July for non-taxable cases because of their portal issue and all. They have extended, that is different issue. Otherwise, after 31st December, even if you want to file your return, you can't file. Now, what they have done is, for the last 2 years, if you have left out any income which you could not show, you can pay taxes on that. Some extra additional amount of fine is also there. If you pay that, you can update your returns of last years. In next 2 years time is given for updated returns by making additional taxes. That one change has been brought. Then virtual digital assets to be taxed at 30%. What is this virtual digital asset? Cryptocurrency. How many of you have invested in cryptocurrency? Somebody asked one question, what is cryptocurrency? Can I become millionaire? In cryptocurrency, if you invest, millionaire can become billionaire, billionaire can become millionaire also. Okay, both things are possible. And now, who is doing that mining of cryptocurrency? Who is controlling? How it functions? Nobody knows. Some in internet also, I have seen a 10 hours course on cryptocurrency. Join today and make money, like that on our advertisements also. See, you should know everything. I am not telling that you should not know. But so far it was not recognized in India. Now also they are not recognized. But they say now, if you make any transaction in cryptocurrency, if you earn any income, 30% of that income you have to pay as a income tax. And if any loss in cryptocurrency, that cannot be set off against other income. Okay. So that is the present status. Then above some threshold limit, the threshold limit had to be fixed. 1% TDS is to be made on cryptocurrency. In property transaction, what is the threshold limit for making TDS? 50 lakhs. 50 lakhs and above, if you want to register any property, 1% TDS is to be deducted for residents, for non-resident, of course, from the rupee 1 itself. Whatever payment to non-resident. So, if it is long term 20%, short term 30%, whatever applicable, you have to make TDS. Otherwise, only 1% TDS for property transaction, 50 lakhs and above. Then, tax deduction limit for state government employees' contribution to NPS raised from 14% to 10%. These are all gimmicks. Central government employees, 14% was there earlier. Now they are made at par with the central government employees. That is not a much. One more thing is that long-term capital gain. Earlier, based on your slab, you know the slabs and tax rates. Can anybody tell what is? Can you stand up and tell what is the tax slab now? Not new regime, any old regime. You can say what is the tax rates? Up to 2.5 lakhs. Huh? Nil ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ನಿಲ್ಬೇಕು. Everybody, stand up and tell.
First 2.5, 2,50,000 nil.
Okay.
Then 2,50,000 5%.
2,50,000 to?
5 lakh.
Okay, 5%.
Above 5 lakh, 20%.
Okay, up to 10 lakhs.
10 lakh.
Ah.
Above 10 lakhs, 30%.
30%. Suppose I have income of 4.5 lakhs.
5
5%. But 5% tax will be there, but rebate will be there up to 12,500. The tax rate will be nil. Correct? No, that is the prevailing tax rate. Good. Suppose, what is the surcharge? Only tax or tax, there are two additional things. One is surcharge, another is CA.S.S. Health and education CA.S. 4%. Okay, surcharge. For individuals and HUF above 50 lakhs, surcharge will be there 10% up to 1 crore. 1 crore to 2 crore, 15%. 2 crore to 5 crore, 25%. About 5 crores, 37%. That is called super tax. Then the effective rate will be 41 or 42%. Now, in case of any windfall gains, say long-term capital gain, sale of property, sale of casino, sale of shares, or all those things. Then this maximum surcharge now is restricted irrespective of, even though if your income exceeds 2 crores, up to 2 crore 15%, above 2 crore it was 25%. Now, even if your income exceeds 2 crore, the surcharge is restricted to 15%. Only on long-term capital gain, not on other incomes. Because long-term capital gain always special rate of tax. It is 20% instead of 30%. Correct? And after indexation and all. Correct? Okay. So that one move is there. That is also announced. Then cooperative societies will have to pay only 15% AMT. What is that AMT? Alternate minimum tax. You know what is MAT? MAT?
Yet to start.
MAT in income tax, not your MAT. MAT in income tax is minimum alternative tax. Last bench students and last but 2 bench students, they are enjoying a lot now with budget discussions. I can make out. Really, we should appreciate. These are very alert. They are doing budget discussions within themselves. Okay, I will call them here for some points also. No problem. Okay. Next, cooperative societies will have to pay alternate minimum tax instead of 18.5%, 15%. Because corporates, they are already reduced from 18.5% to 15% MAT, minimum alternate tax. Minimum alternate tax means difference between book profit and taxable profit. On that difference, you have to pay MAT. That is only for companies. Other than companies, it is called AMT, alternate minimum tax. The same old wine in new bottle. But this is called different. Other than corporates, it is called AMT. Okay. But that instead of 18.5% or cooperatives, it is reduced to 15%. Even that surcharge also they have reduced to match with the companies. That surcharge also reduced in case of cooperative society. Then infrastructure, I have already covered. I don't want to cover much, but still, PM Gati Shakti Yojana at the cost of 20,000 crores. Then National Highway Network expanded by 25,000 kilometers. Then National Master Plan on Expressways will be formulated. Then 400 new generation Vande Bharat trains to be manufactured in next 3 years. Then 60 kilometers of ropeway projects under the Parvatmala project. Under this Parvatmala project, 60 kilometer ropeway directly by government, that earlier I told was PPP model. Okay. Next, metro systems, multi-modal connectivity will be facilitated on priority from metro bus stand or metro railway station, metro connectivity directly to the airport. If you go to Hong Kong airport and all, you will come to know directly connectivity will be there by ship also. Okay. Next, 100 Gati Shakti cargo terminals in the next 3 years. Then agriculture, procurement of wheat, paddy, kharif and rabi crops benefiting over 1 crore farmers, 2.37 lakh crore towards direct payment for minimum support price. Of course, that Kisan Samman Nidhi, that is continuing. That small and marginal farmers up to 6,000 per farmer they are depositing to direct benefit transfer. Then chemical-free natural farming to be promoted across the country. See, now the problem is everywhere they are putting all these fertilizers, which is not good. It will spoil the quality of the soil also. We have done one program called on World Soil Day, Stop Soil Salinization, Boost Soil Productivity, one program in Business Tonic I have done. In Gujarat, one area, thousands of acres, Banjaru Bhumi, it is now unfit for cultivation. So now, if we use more and more fertilizers, definitely one day our soil quality will come down, we cannot grow anything. So that's why they are promoting now chemical-free natural farming, that is Savayava Krashi. For that they are giving the support. Then millet, as I already told, Siridhanya, that is they are making it as a world recognition, branding. Then using Kisan drones from crop assessment and spraying of pesticides. Okay, that already I have told. Then river linking, which will lead to 9 lakh hectares irrigation. Again, when it comes, many states when they come, then they start objecting. ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಾಲು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಾಲು. So it is not a surprise. Even in house also, children they quarrel. ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಾಲು, ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಾಲು ಅಂತ. Correct, no? So that's why 44 lakh crores they are spending. Of course, it is a very good project. And you know, water everywhere, no water to drink. That is the situation in our both the districts, Dakshina Kannada and Udupi. See, rain. But during summer season, no water. That means we have to do rainwater harvesting, then a lot of other initiatives, linkage of rivers, this flood can be controlled. Then other areas where drought will be there, where we can channelize this water. All these ideas, this idea is good, but implementation we have to see. Okay. So then defense, of course, now we are, earlier we had direct enemy only one, Pakistan. Now Pakistan and China, they are added now. We should invest more and more on defense. Now, as I already told, 68% capital procurement budget earmarked for domestic procurement. Then defense R&D to be opened up for startups, private industry and academia. See, industry academia interaction is a must. If they do industry academia interaction, new education policy is there, industry academia interaction, if they do that, definitely there will be more and more new or novel ideas can be generated. So many startups, now India is becoming a third largest startup ecosystem in the world. So we have more than 50,000 startups also, correct, no? A lot of initiatives have been taken. So many unicorns have also been added. What is unicorn? Valuation, $1 billion valuation startup is called unicorn. So lot of public issue also now they have done, Zomato and all you have seen now. Okay. Now private industry will be encouraged to take up design and development of military platforms and equipment. Then health sector is a really matter of concern. After COVID, everybody is concerned about health sector. National digital health ecosystem to be rolled out. As per the World Health Organization statistics, 1 in 4 person has some depression or some mental issues. So which is to be resolved. For that, under the this one leadership or guidance of NIMANS, they are setting up 23 mental health centers where they are going to give you digital this. Okay, time is over, huh? Okay, 11 o'clock. Then now benefits to women and children through Mission Shakti, Mission Vatsalya and Saksham Anganwadi I already covered. Then 60,000 crore under Har Ghar Nal Se Jal, that is 3.8 crore household. City people we don't know, but rural area and the semi-urban area you can you know that lot of problems are there. So they are giving tap connection to each household. Of course, not only tap connection, water of supply also should be there. Okay. Education, everything they are digitalizing. I already told about it. Digital university they are setting up. Then one class, one TV channel with 200 channels. That is also excellent move. Then other main thing is RBI will introduce digital rupee using blockchain technology. What is this blockchain technology? Digital rupee, you don't confuse with cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is like a commodity exchange you can trade, and like stock exchange you can trade. Cryptocurrency also you can trade. But the digital currency is in lieu of your printing of the notes, they are going to introduce digital currency. Then printing cost will be reduced, and the Reserve Bank of India is going to introduce this digital currency. Okay, so don't get confused with the cryptocurrency. Okay, 75 digital banking units to be set up across 75 districts. Then e-passports already covered. Then how India spends its money, that is the question now. See, how our budget outlay will be there and how we are getting money, that is the thing. See, now the main matter of concern, what is fiscal deficit? Fiscal deficit means any deficit, whatever you are making expenditure, if the income is less than the expenditure, the difference, you have to go for borrowings. So that is the fiscal deficit. This main problem of borrowing is, every year the borrowing will increase. As the borrowing increases, the interest payment will also increase. So now the main concern is, see here, maximum allocation is for payment of interest. We don't have any interest to pay interest, but still we have to pay the interest. 20% without any development, whatever money we have to spend for payment of interest alone, that is a matter of concern. Then 17% it is the state's share of taxes and duties. It will go to 17% to states. 15% is for central sector schemes. 10% is for finance, commission and other transfers. Then other expenditure 9%, pension 4%, subsidy 8%, defense 8%, centrally sponsored scheme 9%. So this is the main problem. That's why if you increase any one component here, then again it is like a balloon. What happens if you put more air in the balloon? It will blast. Then your revenue receipts and capital receipts both are there, and disinvestment is a capital receipt. Revenue receipt is by way of taxes, both indirect taxes and direct taxes. Next, how we are going to collect money? Circle. Collect money, that is also that. How we are spending, I have told, how we are going to collect money. Okay. So, in this corporation tax, that is 15%, that is from corporates. Then income tax 15%, customs 5%, that is on import duty. Then union excise duty 7%. Then GST, goods and service tax 16% we are going to collect. Then non-tax revenue 5%. Then non-debt capital receipts only 2%, peanut. Then 35% borrowing and other liability. Again it is a matter of concern. 35%. Again that borrowing will increase. Then the borrowing will increase again, interest will increase. That's why any borrowing if you make for revenue expenditure, it will still create more inflation. But if you borrow for capital expenditure, it will generate income. Definitely this year we are going to invest more on capex. Then let us see next subsequent years how it will come. Of course, that deficit trend, everything is explained. In short, this budget, I have made one small quote in English. In brevity, this budget is a booster budget with long-term gain without any short-term pain. Normally what happens? Short term pain, long term gain they say. But this budget we can describe as booster budget with long term gain without any short term pain. Last budget, 2021 budget, we called vaccine budget because they gave vaccination both to people as well as economy. But this budget we can call it as a booster budget or growth oriented budget. It is a booster dose for people also, booster dose for economy also. I have made one small quote. 2022 Union Budget, smart move to reach target. Growth oriented booster budget, no tax increase in any budget. Without alarming fiscal deficit, witnessed by surging share market. Inclusive growth is government's intent, covering all the sectors is the content. Path towards $5 trillion thrust. East or west? India is the best. East or west? India is the best. Very good. Thank you very much for your attention. Budget session, tax session is all boring session. If you want more interesting, tomorrow you can watch our business training program. You will get lot of tips. That will be Kannada and English both. Kannada also you can ask. So definitely it will add additional knowledge in budget because three experts will address they will be there as resource person for tomorrow's show. Wish you all the best for budget year 21-22 as well as 22-23. Thank you.
Thank you so much.